Welcome back to Sam and Ham.
This is Sam.
And this is Ham.
And guess what we're doing today?
I don't know. What are we doing?
We are going to do another episode of Fan or Ban. But this time, I'm bringing the material.
I like that. That means I don't have to do the research.
Ah, well, I didn't do research either.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So I found some pretty cool items on Pinterest that I then researched into Tumblr, and then Imager, and then Twitter.
That is how the internet tends to work. It's just a series of links. Series of tubes, really.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring these items to you, and as the DM of this duo here, Fan or Ban.
Okay.
Whether or not you would include these custom-made items, these homebrew, if you will, into a future campaign episode.
Okay. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. Well, let us get started.
All right. So this first item is called the Peculiar Puking Poison. Talk about a tongue twister.
That is pretty bad.
When drunk, the subject makes a DC 15 con save or becomes poisoned for an hour. Every 10 minutes, he pukes up something strange. You roll a d20. Some of these things might be live fish to bubbles, a full-size coffin, just to name a few.
1d6 carrots?
Yeah, you might puke one carrot, it might be the rest.
A fist-sized ball of glass? A swarm of bugs?
Deer antlers. A broom.
A copy of your own head.
Yes. So, again, real quick here, because we're going to go fast. Fan or ban?
Done. In. 1, this would be hilarious to use on a player. 2, it'd be hilarious for the player to use on an NPC. I see no situation where this is not hilarious.
Yeah.
DC 15 con save is pretty okay. It's pretty not bad. Yeah. Especially useful on NPCs that might not have good con saves, and poison for an hour is an okay debuff. It's not bad. Yeah. I like it. Also, the art is pretty adorable.
Yes, it is. All right, so fan or ban? You said fan?
Fan.
Awesome. Ban?
Fan.
All right, next item here. The Orb of Plagues. So it's very rare. This orb has 10 charges and regains d6 plus 3 charges per day. If there are no charges, you roll a d20. On a d1, it shatters. Or sorry, on a 1, it shatters. So that's pretty common.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it has a ritual for detect poison and disease.
Mm-hmm.
You can use Ray of Sickness for 1 charge.
Mm-hmm.
The Ray of Enfeeblement, which takes 2 charges. Stinking Cloud for 3. Blight for 4, and Contagion for 5. So, and then it explains that Plague Cloud, as an action, you can smash the orb into the ground, releasing a plague cloud of 35 feet in a sphere, and all creatures within this area are affected by disease from the Contagion spell. The Constitution save DC is 10, plus the number of remaining charges. Doing this does destroy the artifact, though.
Okay.
Ban or ban?
I think this one's actually pretty darn neat. It's just like a reflavored staff, basically, from what I can tell. All of the icky, gross, gooey spells.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing here seems particularly overpowered. Personally, if I would have designed it, I probably would have only given it 7 charges. That way you can't get off multiple blights or contagions in the same day. Mm-hmm. So I'd probably make that one change, but overall I think this is a huge fan. That's just really cool. And the ability to, like, break it as, like, a last-minute, last-ditch effort.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. I like it. I'm a fan.
Alrighty. Let's move on to the next one. I'm 2 for 2. The next one is Ring of the Rodent, and I absolutely love him. It's just a common item, requires attunement. You get +2 to stealth, and you get to speak to rats.
He's disgusting.
Fan or ban?
He's gross.
But I love it. It's just a ring. It's a little wooden ring.
It requires attunement. It's common. +2 to stealth checks.
I think this is like early game item.
Yeah. I think I'm a fan. I have very low standards for what I find entertaining, apparently. But I think that's really cool. That it feels like a very good low-level bonus. Personally, I probably would have... I guess, no, +2 is probably... Yeah, no, probably +2 is a good amount. D&D 5th edition doesn't usually just do a +2, but, I mean, again, for being a low-level buff, that's pretty good, and honestly, that's going to stick around for a long time. But the fact that it requires attunement, and you only get 3 attunement slots, that's what's going to make you want to eventually get rid of it. And being able to speak to rats is kind of cool. That's just cute flavor.
Yeah. I could see the rogue loving this, the druid loving this. Shoot, even the paladin, just so his heavy armor just gets a little bit of a buffer there at the early game.
Paladins do not speak to rats.
They don't have to speak to rats. They just can.
Also, I feel like a paladin might burst into flames when that ring touches his finger. I'm just saying.
It's not an evil ring, though.
No, but it's gross looking.
Not gross. It's just a little wooden rat. Anyway, so the next one. So the next one we have is Archivist Spectacles. It's a rare item, requires attunement. It gives you our advantage to Arcana and History and Knowledge checks. There's no commas there, so I hate that. The wearer of these spectacles can read books 3 times faster than normal, and then once per day get comprehend languages, but that's for reading only. Fan or ban?
I don't know. I like, these are one of the ones that, like, I don't think anybody's gonna be keeping these. Like, I like the concept. I think everything here is pretty well balanced and neat and interesting, and it very much fits the theme, but I've met a lot of players in my day, and I don't think any of them like to read. I mean, heck, most of them can't even operate their own characters, let alone read a game.
That's unfortunate. So that's a fan or ban, sir? I wish there was a gray area for you, but you don't get it. Fan or ban? I'll go, I'll stop.
Ban. Nobody's gonna keep them. They're just gonna try to sell these things next time they get to town.
That's unfortunate. Some artificer would love them, though.
Oh, I'm sure somebody would, but nobody in my games.
That's unfortunate. All right, so the last one I got for you today is shadowglass daggers. So it's an uncommon. So it does 1d4 and then a d4 necrotic damage. These daggers pass through cloth and skin, leaving no visible wound. All damage is internal.
Fan. This is pretty cool. Again, this one's probably going to only be used at lower levels, because even 2d4 for a dagger is like, you can just use a better weapon instead. They're slick, they're cool. Again, the idea is just cool low-level magic items. I'd be a decent fan of. And the fact that they don't require attunement means, I mean, worst case scenario, you just kind of keep it around for a while.
Yeah.
Fan.
All right. How much would you charge for that on the black market?
250 to 500 gold, depending on how much I like the guy.
500 gold for low level. That is pretty steep.
Well, that's why you don't get it on the black market. That's you get this one after stabbing the dude at the black market.
Gotcha. So you gotta loot this off a body.
Yeah, generally. Or stab one of your players with it.
Mm.
Or, even better, a noble around town dies without a single mark on his body, but there's been all this internal bleeding. Can the players solve the mystery of why this guy's dead? And maybe they'll get some cool loot out of it. I'm just saying, story hooks write themselves.
Yeah, you're right. But that is all I have for you today.
That's 4 out of 5. That's pretty good.
4 out of 5 is pretty good.
And even the other one, it was okay. It was pretty cool, but again, just nobody in my group is gonna play it, so meh.
But that's all we have for you today. So thanks for watching. Until next time.
We'll see you in the next one.
This is Sam.
And this is Hamm.
Bye.